We, the people in the house. The topic is Key Bank. Key Bank today is celebrating 200 years anniversary of being in business. Key Bank has been in business for over 200 years, hijacking the people. They hijacked your grandmother, her mother, they're hijacking you and your children. The first 100 years was your mother and her mother, your grandmother and your mother. Now, this 100 years has been you and your children. 200 years, and you see all the buildings that have been built, how commerce has flourished for them and not for we the people. So if Key Bank has been in business for 200 years anniversary as of today, then how long do you think Wells Fargo Bank has been around? Over probably 400 years. Chase Bank, how long do you think they've been in business? Citibank. These are the major banks that have been hijacking and concealing all the we the people's wealth, funneling the money through the Federal Reserve going to the Treasury, collecting on your we the people behalf from based on our signature, signing fraudulent, concealed contracts. Everything in the contract was concealed because we could not read or even understand what we read in the contracts. Therefore, by us not understanding the contracts or even reading the contracts, all information has been concealed. Therefore, everyone, we the people, have a case against all the major banks, all the major corporations. You own everything that you see before you, we the people, with a birth certificate. You want them to stop giving birth certificates in the hospital, start collecting on what they owe you. They owe over 500 years of interest to all we the people that have birth certificates in each one of these states. They owe us. Key Bank is celebrating their 200-year anniversary of robbing we the people. Okay, you must start to look at what is going on. The banking system, the bankers that head these major banks have been in business for over 500 years, robbing we the people that give our signature, sign these contracts. We know nothing about these contracts. We are just learning about these contracts. And if you are in the banks and you're trying to get contracts signed in these banks, if you ask them, let me take the contract home, they're going to ask you why. And if you're going to have to say, something, you want to let your lawyer read it over, or yada, yada, whatever, but knowing that you want to read it over. They don't want you to read anything over, because if you read the contract, you would never sign the contract. You would know that you were giving away your rights. That is why you must learn the process of going into the Treasury for yourself. You can go directly into the Treasury. There are Treasury forms that you can fill out, that you have to become the power of attorney over that Treasury. You can stop these crooks, these bankers, these banks from going into the Treasury on your behalf and stealing your credits out of your beneficiary account. All of us that have birth certificates here in the 50 states have a beneficiary account in the United States of America Treasury. We have beneficiary accounts. And that is the bottom line to this. All these banks are celebrating anniversaries of their businesses, how long they've been in business. Go look up on the internet right now, Key Bank, and find out that they're celebrating 200-year anniversary today. They had 200 years. They robbed your grandmother. They robbed they robbed grandmother, her mother. That was the first 100 years for Key Bank robbing people. Then the second 100 years of Key Bank robbing people was your mother, and now you and your offspring. That's all the banks do is rob and pillage all the interest, everything from the signature when you sign it on the contract. People, you really need to wake up to everything right now that is going on. Because basically, if you're looking at what Trump and Doge is doing, Elon Musk is doing, how can a man that was working on, you know, brain, chips for your brain and cloning, now all of a sudden he has a new job over the fucking Social Security Administration? That doesn't make any sense. People need to wake up and see what the fuck is going on. These niggas are just moving the money. They're robbing the Social Security Administration account, which is part of the Treasury. They're stealing the people, we the people's credits right from out under you. And then they're going to try to tell you, we're going to give everybody $5,000. Who the fuck wants your 5,000 fucking dollars when we got millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions invested in all of these 50 states? Anybody that holds a birth certificate has money invested and they're owners within the 50 states of everything. They don't want you to know that. They want to keep you docile, dumb, drugged up, drunk, to make sure that you never ever wake up to the fraud and the concealment of the bankers, the insiders. They're the insiders trading your commodities, trading your assets, trading everything that is sacred to we the people. The gold, the silver, it must be distributed amongst we the people. Doge, where the fuck was Elon Musk born? We need to look that up. We know Trump is a New Yorker, but he is not 100% going to help all we the people. He's only helping we the people for his we the people. You see, we the people has groups and levels. We the people can be at one level of we the people, then there's a second level of we the people, a third level of we the people. We the people have levels. So when you understand what level and your position on the board is as a we the people with an authenticated BC, then you know what your position is and how to play your position on the board. Okay? They are nothing but vampires, bankers, those bankers, not the we the people bankers, because I'm a private banker on the record. Okay, and I can show you how to do that on the record. I have my own bank on the record. 407-300-5377. Private bankers class. Okay, it's a 2-hour class. In and you're out. 407-300-5377 if you want to get down with this private bankers class. If you want to get down with the judge class, 407-300-5377, showing you how to set up court state. Okay, that's what we do here at the United States Private Enterprise Free State. People need to wake up and understand what's really going down. Okay. You need to be the judge over your court. You need to be the governor over your state. You need those titles. You need to defend yourself in peace. And you need a bank. And the bankers knew that. Go back and look at that old cowboy western titled right after the bank. It's titled Wells Fargo. Go look at that cowboy series. Learn something. So, my people, if you want to get down with this private bankers class, contact 407-300-5377. It's a 2-hour class. If you want to get down with this judge class, that is a 2-hour class also. We have the postmaster class. It's a 2-hour class. We have the UCC class. That's a 2-hour class. Okay. We have the Family Crescent class. That's a 2-hour class. So the bottom line is that you must stand up for your rights or you have no rights. You must stand on the Constitution, your Constitution, the United States Constitution of America, the Declaration of Independence, the Articles of Confederation. You must stand on the treaties, okay, the treaties of Algiers, the Treaty of Marrakesh, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, and the Treaty of Marrakesh are the same, okay? You must read the treaties no matter what, because the treaties have what you need in it to come out of her. If you are tired of the bankers fucking with you, if you are tired of the court system fucking with you, if you are tired of anybody just fucking with you, you have to stand. And you have to stand on court, state, trust. Straight up. 3 entities, okay, that you must stand on to defend, to be competent, to show life, and to prove life. So that's the bottom line, my people. If you can't prove life, you can't prove nothing. Because they already got you labeled dead in the system. The birth certificate labels you, it may say born live birth, but once it got over to the other side of the borough of, when it gets over to the other side of the state, to the health department, you are marked, labeled dead. And that's when they have another whole side of the book ledger of your tracking your labor, tracking a dead person's labor. They are paid off of all your labor on another side of a book ledger. But you have to prove it. We know how to prove that right here at the United States Private Enterprise Free State, because that's what we do. Okay? And and consultations are not free. The classes are not free. So if you're looking for something free here, it ain't going to happen, because I had to study. I had to go through everything that I had to go through, and I had to pay other people to get to where I am today. And still, you still got to file paperwork, because paperwork never, ever stops. Paperwork never stops. This is a peaceful war when you fight it through paperwork. You have right to bear arms. It's in the Constitution. You have a right to have your own court in your own state. It's in the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. Okay? These people fought to be free. They left the blueprints for those to pick up those documents, read them, and come out of her. It's in the Bible, come out of her. The way you come out of her is to read, is to study, and to pick up your pen and make law. You make the law. No one makes the law for you. You can drive however you feel like you want and choose to drive. You can travel how you feel, how you choose to travel, but you must document it, and it must be in certain people's offices to put them on notice to leave you the fuck alone. Straight up. Because niggas will play you. We are the true owners. Black, white, whatever you want to call it, but we're not black because black is pale. Pale is us. We are the real white people, brown people. So those people, those people, those bankers, those vampires, those werewolves, those monsters who are just devouring people and taking over accounts and doing whatever they want with your money, building this, building that. And you got, if you've been in Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, and you see all them people sleeping out on the street, couches, beds, all out on the street, you know, people just walking over them like they not even there. What type of shit is that? Wake the fuck up, people. That could be anybody at any given moment. This process, you cannot really, you have to always keep a job because you're always paying for the process. You have to file paperwork, and paperwork costs money. Certified mail costs money. Registered mail costs money. That is why you must get in the postmaster class, because the postmaster class sets up everything for you. Postmaster, where you won't have to pay all of this money how you think that you're paying into the post office. And the post office is a trust. Okay? The post office is a trust. You have to wake up and understand what's going on. If you don't ever see the light and you're still walking through the tunnel of darkness, you will never wake up. You will always have the veil of ignorance over your face. Ignorance be gone. That's the bottom line. You have to wake up and know who you are. Straight up. This is the United States Private Enterprise Free State with another public announcement. Key Bank. Key Bank. Go look it up on the internet right now. Key Bank is celebrating celebrating a 200-year anniversary as of today. 200 years of robbing people blind, taking all your fucking money blind. So, if you wake up, wake up. Wake up to the truth. Wake up to your real personality. Wake up to the one that is going to get you out of the situation, which is you. The bankers are just going to keep robbing you blind. You want to learn how to access the treasury with the correct documents and paperwork? Call 407 300 5377.